Watch PunkTV.ca for all the best modern rock videos and interviews.
Begin.
Hi guys, I'm sitting here with Street Drum Corps. How's it going, guys?
Fantastic.
Great. So how's this tour been going? You know, any memorable moments so far?
Yeah, I mean, this is like one of the coolest tours we've ever been a part of. Project Revolution, like amazing bands. We're out here opening up the main stage every day. We're also playing with Linkin Park. Every night we're opening their show, we're playing a song with them, and we're closing their show with them. So no complaints from us.
Yeah, you get a taste of all different times.
It's true, we're keeping busy.
So you guys are fascinating live. How do you even begin to, you know, build up all that energy during the day and just kind of explode when you go on stage?
It's complete freedom.
We don't even...
Yeah, we don't know. We all trust in each other. We're all letting each other be who we want to be. We're all drummers. Now we're all singers. Yeah. We're just out there like trying whatever it is that our art is, our performance art, and you know, people like Linkin Park giving us the stage to do it on. That's right.
The creative freedom to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's
awesome. That's where the energy comes from.
So you guys are such a unique band. How did you discover that this is what you wanted to do?
I think it was a side project gone wild. We were all in other bands, playing rock bands and stuff like that, and then we ended up wanting to form a little drum group together because me and Bobby are brothers, and Frank's a friend that we met from New York out in California, and we just decided to come together and try to play like Universal Studios, Six Flags Magic Mountain, like private parties, things like that. So we just kind of came together as a drum group, like a stomp or blue man group, but a little bit more exciting. And then from there it was just kind of like snowballed into being on tour with the Used, 30 Seconds to Mars, Modest Yahoo, Taste of Chaos, and now we're out here on the
doing Project Revolution. So it's so refreshing to see kind of like, you know, this unique band. Like you said, you're very theatrical as well. But have you found that being a unique band, it's more difficult to get airplay or radio play, and how much does that, you know, affect you guys?
We haven't had any like real radio play yet. We haven't, as a group, we haven't made that record yet, and that's what we're working on now with Interscope Records. We've made 2 independent records just to get out there and do the shows, have a nice piece of music that represents us. So yes, I do feel that we stand out from all the other bands. I don't think we're doing it to be a part of a scene. We can only go with what we are. But I know that when I look on YouTube now, or when I, you know, look through magazines, I'm seeing other drum groups. So I think we have started sort of a revolution. You know, we've inspired some kids, and there's some great acts out there right now doing, you know, starting out with this drum stuff. You know, it's like there's times, and it goes through, you know, like you've got your grunge, you've got your metal, you've got your pop, you've got your screamo. I think we can just blast through all that and keep it going.
Definitely, it's so refreshing to have that, and you're inspired. If you touch a couple people, I think that's all that matters. Yeah, for sure. And you know, you have an amazing theatrical live show, like I said, with chainsaws and fire sparks. What kind of inspired that on stage theatrics?
Just
aesthetics?
Adam just one day we were in the studio and we were pulling equipment out of the garage, and he had sanders. And he's like, I'm gonna bring him in the studio, and it sounded rad. And then that escalated to grinders, and he put them through Marshall stacks for the last record, mic'd them up, so it's pretty cool. And it's just something more. It sounds great on recording, but it's a very cool theatrical aid too, especially with Linkin Park. They black the whole stage out, and you just see him shooting sparks across the stage, and gets a big response. It's fun.
Yeah, and definitely, I think it leaves an impression in the audience if they haven't heard of you and they see that. Definitely, for sure. You've all collaborated with a bunch of bands. If you could collaborate with any band, who would you want it to be?
Me personally would be Tool.
That would be cool.
I would love to do something with the drummer. I know he likes to do solos and likes to bring up like tabla players and things to play with him, and I think if the Street Drum Corps could come up. I also think on this tour, if we could get into Cornell's head and be like, we want to come up and play Spoon Man.
That would be cool.
That'd be pretty rad. You know?
That'd be sweet.
I'd like to collaborate with Perry Farrell from Jane's Addiction. Adam and I have known him for years, and you know, hopefully we'll get, you know, a window of opportunity to do something with him, and also, you know, maybe you know, accompany Motley Crue on one of their next tours. Do something with those guys.
That'd be amazing. Working with Tommy Lee, just because he's such a over-the-top theatrical drummer. We all take a lot from, you know, watching him as kids and all that. We saw him here at this venue. It was the last time we were here.
Carnival Sin tour. And I think another group, you know, when they get ready to do their next thing that we've been talking to is My Chemical Romance. Go out and do something with them.
That would be awesome, yeah.
Even No Doubt, the drummer's going to come in and play with us today as a little special surprise LA treat. But it'd be cool to do something with them with all their horn sections and stuff like that going on.
Oh, My Chem thing should be sweet.
Yeah,
right. Definitely. So how do you guys come up with different beats and rhythms? You just sit there and just mess around, or is it?
It's a lot of different things. You know, for the new record, some of it's a little bit more thought out. Some of it just comes to you. Some of it's by just sitting down jamming. Some of it's like, oh, are we gonna write an industrial song? We're gonna write a rock song, a hip hop song, a jazz song, a blues song, and then you start there. Keep building. But we let, you know, a lot of the first record and the second album came from jamming and just laying it down, building it up in the studio.
Right.
I also like to go out and like just take a little thing and sample different sounds. We went to a junkyard when we did our first record, I think.
Yep.
And just sampled like us hitting up pipes, us slamming car doors, us doing rhythms like that, and then taking it back into the studio and cutting it up and creating these songs out of all these individual little pieces and layering things and then adding grinders or adding like pneumatic air pressure hammers or like whatever it is on top of stuff.
Who needs a fancy, big drum set anyway?
Exactly.
You know?
And on this new record that's coming out, we actually do have full drum set, and you know, so we're constantly adding new things. You know, things people haven't seen, things that people see all the time. So it's just growing and growing.
Yeah, that's exciting. When you're in the studio, do you guys just start off with a beat and bounce off each other, or when you do go and do all of that? When you're there, do you guys allow creative freedom on all people's parts? Or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Sometimes it'll be like, hey, I've got this idea. Maybe Adam could rock that really good, or Frank could play this really good. But for the most part, you know, we try to leave, because being in the studio for me is one of the most exciting parts about being a musician. And when that spark of creativity hits, or when you're writing that demo on an acoustic guitar. That to me is like when it's really hot.
Yeah.
And so we do want to leave room for people to just get out there and, whoa, that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Watch PunkTV.ca for all the best modern rock videos and interviews.